All right, diving headfirst into the E-Myth revisited today. And let me tell you, after prepping for this deep dive with your notes, I can see why this book's a classic. It's like Gerber reached into the minds of every entrepreneur, saw the chaos, and said, here's your instruction manual.
What's fascinating is how he starts. He doesn't offer marketing tricks or sales funnels right away. He tackles the mindset most people start with, the one that's actually holding them back.
Right. That whole lone wolf entrepreneur myth, grinding away, fueled by coffee and sheer willpower. I'm picking up what you're putting down, because that's me some days. But Gerber calls that the E-Myth. And it's not doing us any favors.
It's seductive, though. We picture the maverick answering to no one. But that very image, as Gerber argues, can trap you in your business, not on it. You're so busy being chief bottle washer, you never become the CEO.
And that's Sarah to a T, right? The excerpt you pulled out about her pie shop, man, I felt that. She's killing it in the kitchen, but drowning in debt. Classic technician. Amazing at the doing, but the business itself is a mess.
Textbook E-Myth. Think of it like this. If your business relies on you for every single thing, then haven't you just created a job for yourself, not a company?
Ouch. That's a gut punch, but I needed to hear it. It's like I've been so focused on baking the metaphorical pies, I forgot to design the whole bakery. So, if we're all a bit sitting, Sarah, how do we escape this E-Myth trap?
Gerber provides a framework, almost like a personality breakdown for entrepreneurs. He says we all have three aspects: the entrepreneur, the manager.
And yes, our inner technician.
Well, this is where that fat guy, skinny guy thing comes in, right?
Yeah.
That really stuck with me. Exactly. It's that constant internal battle. The fat guy, our impulsive technician, wants to chase the fun stuff, the instant gratification of doing the work. Meanwhile, skinny guy, our strategic entrepreneur and manager, sees the bigger picture. They're always wrestling for control.
Okay, now I'm picturing it in my own business. My fat guy is all about diving into a new project, code flying, no plan, just pure creative chaos. Then skinny guy shows up like, hey, who's going to invoice for that? And what about the long-term strategy?
And usually fat guy wins in the short term, right? Which is why Gerber says most small businesses get stuck in this infancy stage. It's all passion, long hours, doing everything yourself, but it's not sustainable.
And then things get real in adolescence.
Yeah.
Just like with teenagers, right? Hired too fast, no systems in place. Now I'm micromanaging because nobody does it my way. Talk about a recipe for burnout.
And that's where Gerber throws us a lifeline. He argues that to escape this cycle, to reach true business maturity, you need to build something that can thrive without you. Not just a job you pour your life into, but a system.
A system. So we're talking flowcharts, rule books, the whole 9 yards. I'll be honest, that sounds a little...
Corporate and soulless.
Not very me.
I get it. But stick with me. Gerber isn't advocating for stifling creativity. He's talking about creating a framework that allows your business and you to flourish. Think of it like a really well-run hotel.
Okay, going with it. I do love a good hotel, fluffy robes, those tiny soaps. What's the connection?
Remember those details you love. They're not accidental. Someone designed that experience, systematized it, so every guest, every time, feels that same level of comfort and care. That's the franchise prototype Gerber talks about, even if you never franchise.
Exactly.
It's that feeling of they've got it figured out. And it's not magic. It's a system at work. Imagine bringing that to your business, to what you highlighted from the book. What if, instead of you rushing around, every customer felt that same level of thoughtfulness, that wow factor, every single time?
Mind blown. But wouldn't that take, like, ages to build? Charts for days, manuals for every little thing.
That's the E-Myth talking, wanting the quick fix. Gerber's approach is more like building a legacy. It's about capturing the essence of what you do, the how we do it here that makes your business unique.
Okay, so less about rigid rules, more about capturing the soul of the thing. But then how do you actually make that happen? I'm picturing Sarah trying to bottle the smell of her pie shop to give to employees.
That's where the PowerPoint selling system comes in, which, despite the name, is about way more than just closing deals. Remember those pages you marked on understanding the customer's needs? It ties directly into that.
Right. I was fascinated by that idea of the conscious versus the unconscious mind driving purchases. It's like, yeah, I need new running shoes. But there's a reason I'm drawn to those shoes. That specific brand, beyond just function.
Exactly. Gerber's saying, most business owners focus on the surface level. People need pies, I sell pies. But the magic, he argues, is in tapping into those deeper desires. Why do people really come to your pie shop? What need are they fulfilling beyond just hunger?
Comfort, nostalgia, maybe even a sense of connection. Man, now I'm analyzing my own pie cravings.
And that's what your marketing needs to speak to. Not just delicious pie, but delicious pie that transports you back to grandma's kitchen. Or the perfect pie to share with friends after a tough week. So I'm essentially crafting an experience, not just a transaction.
Hmm.
And the system, all that documentation, it's the backbone, making sure that experience is consistent, even when I'm not there to personally hand someone a
You're
slice.
getting it.
Yeah.
It's about creating a world, like we talked about with the hotel. From the moment someone hears about your business to the way you answer the phone, the ambiance of your shop, the taste of the pie, even the way they feel after they leave, it's all part of the system.
Okay. I'm starting to see how this all connects, but that world building sounds incredibly daunting. It's a journey, not a sprint. But remember, we're talking about your business, the thing you're passionate about. This is where Gerber's idea of business as a dojo really resonates with me.
Oh, yeah. That part about personal growth, about the business being a reflection of ourselves. It felt almost spiritual, which I wasn't expecting from a business book.
It's easy to forget, amidst the spreadsheets and marketing plans, that our businesses are extensions of ourselves. Gerber's arguing that the challenges you face in business, the systems you build, they're not just about profit margins, they're opportunities to master yourself.
Whoa. Okay, unpack that for me. What does mastering yourself in business even look like?
Think about a time your business forced you to level up. Maybe you had to have a tough conversation with an employee, or finally tackle that accounting software you'd been avoiding.
Ooh, yeah. Learning to delegate was a big one for me. Control-freak party of one right here.
But you did it, and that growth, that willingness to confront your weaknesses, that's what Gerber's talking about. He's saying your business can be this incredible training ground for developing patience, resilience, leadership, all those qualities we need to thrive not just in business, but in life.
If my business is chaotic and disorganized, it might be a sign that I need to cultivate those same qualities within myself.
It's a powerful reflection, isn't it? And conversely, imagine the impact if your business ran like a well-oiled machine, reflecting your own inner clarity and focus. What kind of experience would you create for your customers, for your team, even for yourself if you approached it from that angle?
Man, now I'm seeing my business in a whole new light. It's not just about the bottom line. It's about building something that reflects my values, my growth, even my quirks. And that if it's a mess, maybe I'm the one who needs to tidy up first.
It's profound, isn't it? And it makes that building a business that works without you idea less about automation and more about liberation. Imagine, if you will, your business running smoothly, not because you're frantically holding it all together, but because it's an embodiment of the best version of yourself.
Now, that's a goal worth striving for. But practically speaking, what does that look like for someone like Sarah, or for any entrepreneur listening who's feeling that pull between passion and, well, actually having a life outside the business?
Gerber would say, start with your why. Remember those sections you highlighted on finding your spirit within the business? It's not just about the product, but the deeper purpose it serves.
Right. Like for Sarah, it's not just pie. It's about creating a space that feels like home. Maybe even recreating those warm memories she had growing up in her grandma's kitchen.
Exactly. And that why, that emotional core, it needs to permeate everything, not just your marketing, but the way you train employees, the experience you cultivate in your shop. It's like we've been saying, building a world, not just a bakery.
Okay, so it's bigger than just, here's how you make a pie, follow the recipe.
Yeah.
It's about capturing that intangible essence and finding ways to systematize that.
Now you're thinking like an E-Myth escaper. And honestly, that's what I love about Gerber's work. He pushes us beyond the technical, the how-tos of entrepreneurship, and into this realm of self-discovery. Your business becomes this incredible mirror, reflecting back who you are and who you're becoming.
It's making me think, if I approached my business as a vehicle for my own personal growth, would that make me a better leader? Would it attract customers who resonate with those same values? It's like a ripple effect of intention.
And isn't that more fulfilling than just chasing profits? Gerber would argue that's when your business becomes a force for good, a reflection of your unique contribution to the world.
Wow. We've gone from pie shops to world domination in one episode. But seriously, this has been eye-opening. I feel like I have a whole new framework, not just for my business, but for my life.
And remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. The E-Myth Revisited is packed with stories, examples, even practical exercises. I highly recommend diving into the full book based on the sections you highlighted.
Absolutely. And for anyone listening, feeling stuck in that E-Myth grind, know that there's another way. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. And maybe even more importantly, working on yourself alongside your business.
Beautifully said. And with that, I think we've given our listeners plenty to chew on.
We have.
Yeah.
So until next time. Keep escaping those myths. Keep building those empires of the heart and mind. And, hey, if you figure out how to bottle the smell of success, let me know.